Good evening, I'm Storm Tracker 13 meteorologist Andrew Phillips with your Sunday night weather update. Certainly was a cold one today, felt more like winter than it did fall. Temperatures a good 20 degrees below average with afternoon highs only topping out in the mid-40s. Right around 8 o'clock though tonight, already down into the 30s area wide and going to continue to fall from there as we go into tomorrow morning. So frigid night ahead, potential for some upper teens across the border belt, being to the mid-20s at the beaches. A little bit of a breeze, not nearly as windy as we did see today, but enough of that breeze to drop wind chill values down into the mid-teens to low 20s for tomorrow morning. Then big changes on the way for midweek. We'll see heavy rain and wind possible for Tuesday and Wednesday. But for tonight, the big focus will be the very cold air that is in place. Likely the coldest we have seen so far this fall, and potentially for some of us colder than we did see at any point last winter. My forecast for Florence, 21 degrees overnight tonight. Coldest we did see at any time during last winter was 19 degrees. Myrtle Beach, I'm forecasting 24 for an overnight low. Coldest we did see at any point last winter was 23. Lumberton, 20 degrees by tomorrow morning. Coldest we saw last winter was 21. So an Arctic air mass certainly in place here across the Carolinas. Across the rest of the area, coast will be into the middle 20s. Going down from there, lower 20s across the PD. Right around the border belt, can't rule out a few of us dropping down into the upper teens as we get into tomorrow morning. Plenty of sunshine, at least for the first half of the day on Monday, but still going to remain chilly. 50 along the coast, inland areas only topping out in the 40s once again, so another chilly day out there. Upper 40s to middle 40s there across the border belt. But those clouds increasing for tomorrow afternoon, just a sign of things to come. But for tomorrow morning, here this is a look at Future Track and our RPM model, which is our in-house model here. You'll see high pressure eventually move offshore as we get into tomorrow afternoon. So starting out sunny tomorrow, watching for that increase in clouds though as we go into tomorrow evening. That is out ahead of a pretty powerful storm system that will really get its act together along the Gulf Coast, streaming heavy rain, even some thunderstorms up into the southeastern states as we get into Monday night. Focus for us will be Tuesday into Wednesday, starting to watch some of that rain, potentially heavy, especially for Tuesday afternoon. Winds really going to pick up too as we go Tuesday into Wednesday as the storm system does eventually move off the Gulf Coast into the southeast and then into the Carolinas. So here for Tuesday, if this does stay on the current track, beaches will be in the warmer sector, topping out in the middle 60s on Tuesday, so quite the contrast compared to the inland areas that will be down into the 50s for afternoon highs. But a lot of that depends on the track, whether you will see the warmer side of this or the cooler side of that. And with the warmer sector, we could see even a few thunderstorms possible as the storm system does move up the coast. As we go into later Tuesday, heavy rain does stick around. Significant rainfall certainly a possibility here for Tuesday into Wednesday, looking likely. The storm system eventually does pull out as we get into Thanksgiving, but for those travel days, Tuesday into Wednesday, definitely a nightmare here across the East Coast with that heavy rain, even snow off towards our north, going to really hamper those travel efforts before we do get to Thanksgiving. But we do start to clear out on Thanksgiving, seeing those clouds eventually clear throughout the day. Temperatures only topping out in the middle 40s though. But for Tuesday and Wednesday, heavy rain certainly a possibility across the inland areas, temperatures in the 50s. Then we do see that cool down for Thanksgiving and for the rest of the week. At the beaches for tomorrow, increasing clouds later tomorrow afternoon. You notice quite a bit warmer though along the coast on Tuesday, middle 60s, so we'll see the potential for a few thunderstorms embedded with that rain. Chance for heavy rain, gusty winds as well sticking around for Wednesday before the big cool down moves in again for Thanksgiving with high temperatures in the upper 40s and overnight lows back into the 30s.